Up with KREM begins now.
Good morning. Thanks so much for starting your day off here on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. We also want to say a very special good morning to some of the students heading back to school today. Today's the first day of school for these three school districts: Reardon-Edwall, West Bonner County, Coeur d'Alene Charter Academy, all going back to school today. There's going to be more first day of schools throughout this week and even next week, and we'll have you covered all week long with everything you need to know back to school. In the meantime, another thing you need to know if you're heading back to school is the weather forecast. And Thomas, it's going to be hot for the kiddos' first day back to school. Definitely going to want to hydrate at recess.
Yeah, hydrate through the day as well, because today very well could be probably the hottest day of the whole school year, if you think about it, because our high temperatures are still in the mid-90s for this afternoon. A bit hazy off into the distance. Beautiful looking sunrise, yes, but I think I can tell it's a bit on the hazy side across the inland northwest, and that is a result of some wildfire smoke, especially in central Idaho. Right now, it's still 66 degrees, which has just been our low temperature for the day, and we know it's going to just turn over back on that hot end of the scale. So our heat advisories, extreme heat warnings, these still continue through Wednesday, but it's these first 2 days of the week that are absolutely going to be the hottest of this entire heat wave. Meanwhile, in regards to the haze, there's quite a bit of wildfire smoke in central Idaho. So additionally, there are air quality alerts for that region of the inland northwest. Their air quality is still listed as unhealthy for regions near Kamei and Orofino at the current hour.
Let's take you live outside right now. Here's a live look at the traffic impact from I-90 and Division looking east right now. You could see some of that westbound traffic starting to pick up as folks head into downtown Spokane, but overall traffic flows are moving great here at this hour. No crashes to report and everything is A-OK right now. We'll keep you updated on traffic throughout the morning. On Up with KREM, we do bring you weather and traffic together every 30 minutes. Developing this morning, Idaho State Police are investigating a deadly car fire that killed a child. The fire started yesterday afternoon on Reeds Creek Road in Bennewauk County, east of St. Mary's. One child died in the fire. The driver was flown by life flight to a hospital. Another child in the car was not hurt. Police are still working to figure out what caused the fire. Tracking today, the Spokane City Council could vote on the Safe and Welcome in Spokane ordinance at tonight's City Council meeting. Under the ordinance, it would designate some areas as non-public to prevent immigration officers from entering these areas without a warrant. You may remember back in June, the City Council voted not to pass the ordinance. An update this morning, a suspect is in custody after 3 suspicious fires in downtown Spokane last week. We brought this to you as breaking news here on Up with KREM. The fires happened on West Main, West Riverside, and West Spokane Falls Boulevard. Spokane police say 45-year-old Troy Silk was caught on camera from businesses in the area, giving police probable cause to charge Silk with 3 counts of second-degree arson. At the time of the alleged crime, Silk was already in custody for separate crimes in Spokane, and we are working to find out how he got out of custody the first time. A Washington Army veteran who has lived in the United States for nearly 25 years is currently being held at the ICE detention facility in Tacoma. Mohammed Chaudhry was detained during a citizenship interview last week. His wife said he entered that citizenship hearing thinking he would come out a U.S. citizen. Instead, he ended up in ICE detention. Chaudhry has a complicated legal past, which is likely what led to his detention. Over the weekend, his family called for his release.
You have torn the heart from our family. You have imprisoned a decorated, disabled U.S. Army veteran in a wheelchair. He is trying to be the best human he possibly can and to not agree with characterizations of him that do not match who he is.
Chaudhry has sought U.S. citizenship for years, but his immigration history has faced challenges. In 1996, he pleaded guilty to using a false passport and credit card in Australia. 4 years later, he came to the United States and applied for permanent residency after marrying his wife. Chaudhry enlisted in the military in 2001. Then in 2003, he was informed by the government that his permanent residency status would be revoked. He later applied for citizenship in 2013, but his application was denied. A new report from the Washington Office of Corrections Ombuds found incidents of mistreatment and an incorrect use of control in the state's largest prison for women. The report identified 4 violations at the correction center. One involved pepper spraying directly at an inmate who allegedly tried to hit an officer.
She was face first on the table with her hands behind her back, and 2 different officers sprayed the OC spray directly into her eyes.
The Ombuds office said instead officers should have followed the recommendations of keeping a distance of 3 feet when using pepper spray. Another violation involved keeping a woman suffering from mental illness in medical seclusion, forbidding her from showering for weeks at a time. The Correction Secretary, Tim Lang, says they expect their employees to act professionally and in compliance with policy, and this investigation has led to more training. Well, the new school year means new rules when it comes to cell phones. The Coeur d'Alene School District says they are easing its cell phone ban for the upcoming school year. Our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press report under the new rules, high school students will be able to use their phones during lunch. The student-led effort leaves it up to principals to opt in. However, using electronic devices during class and during passing periods is still not allowed. The district hopes the move cuts down on the number of students trying to use their phones in secret while in class. With students heading back to class soon, a local barber shop is looking to help out. The Man Shop is offering free haircuts to students between the ages of 5 and 18. So today, students can get a free cut at the Man Shop in Post Falls. The cuts are first come, first serve from 10 a.m. to 2 this afternoon. And as people get ready for back to school, we want to remind everyone about KREM Care's Tools to Schools campaign. It's a great way to make sure kids have what they need to succeed in the classroom. We've made it easy to donate. You can go to any area Office Depot. They will take a Tools to Schools donation right at the registers. You can donate at KREM.com. We have a link there for donations, or you can text the word schools to 509-448-2000. We will send a link directly to your phone.
Just about 6:08 on this Monday morning, where it's going to be another hot one for the inland Northwest. This past weekend, here you go, those were the high temperatures yesterday at 95 degrees, hot enough that I was actually complaining a lot even inside because the AC only gets into one of my rooms of the home and the other rooms not so much. So it's still going to be about that hot even today. So do what you can to stay hydrated and stay cool, but it's not going to be easy when it's this hot outside. 96 degrees in Spokane and up into the hundreds for central Washington.